YouTube, it's Adam back here, and today I have a little bit of a different video. I'm going to be showing you my customs through the years. So, if you didn't know, and I've never really shared this, but started customizing back in 2011, and I just got a passion for it, and I really feel like I should share this with you guys because I've been getting a lot of comments over a period of time asking, how did you get so good at this? And the truth is, I'm not even still that great at it, but yeah, I still feel like I have made a ton of improvement, and I got a couple figures, and I'd like to show you visually how that looks. So back in 2011, it was over the summer, I believe, and I got really bored, and I looked on YouTube. I saw a couple custom clones, because I was a big fan of the Clone Wars, and I came across people who were creating custom clones just by sharpieing them. So I quickly grabbed some Sharpies and I went to work. And this was the first guy I ever produced. This was my very first custom. But yeah, so this figure, I really liked how it came out, but so I decided to make more. And so a couple weeks later I came out with this guy, and me and my friend actually made this while I was on a trip, I believe. But as you can see, I really like the color blue. Actually, I'll put these up here. Really like the color blue for sharpieing. But yeah, so I actually started making characters, and here is a Gree. He is not the best, and I started getting exhaustedly creative, just running out of creativeness, and so I started to make the characters, which actually led me to some other cool points. But yeah, so I started making characters. I went to Gree, and you can see a slight difference in the quality, but it was still Sharpie, and I decided that I just didn't like how it looked, so I decided to use paint. Made my first order from Clone Customs I've ever made, and I got this helmet, and I painted Commander Fox with a red paint, but this was not good quality. The cape is paper, the arms don't move, everything about it was just bad by my standards today, but I thought it was amazing when I first made it. I would play with it over and over again, and that led me to metal customs. So this is my first ever metal custom, and it did not turn out great. I thought it's one of those things where you think you're going to do really great, and you do it, and you regret doing it because it felt like kind of a waste, but you keep trying, and yeah, so that was my first ever custom, and I made this for my mom on Mother's Day a while ago. I believe this was 2012 by now, so 5 years ago. So you can see some difference. Quality is definitely getting slightly better. The helmet was the best part of this. This was my best helmet job to date, not currently, but out of all of these other ones, so that guy won't really lay down properly. Then we move into this. This was my first custom that I was ever actually proud of, and it took me weeks to make this. I tried using every single tip, every single little technique, and I came up with this. I spent so long on the helmet. I believe I stayed up till like midnight. I spent like 3 hours on this helmet, just going back and getting rid of all the edges and repainting it. But overall, it came out really awesome, and I had a metal style definitely interesting. So this is about halfway into 2013, I believe. In between here, I was just experimenting. I believe in between these guys, I was making figures like Commander Ganch, which I still have. But yeah, so then started picking up some pace, and I made a Doom Trooper. Pretty cool. This was right as the Clone Wars Season 6 came out. So you can see we're making a couple months jump every single time. So then we move on to this guy. This guy is pretty recent, 2 years I believe, and he did not turn out great, but he was a figure that I was really proud of, just because I used the pockets, I used the knee pads, I used the arms, I used a custom weapon that I made, and the Senate Guard was probably my first custom that I really felt I was finally making progress on. So along came 2014, great year. I made this figure. So I ordered a Batman helmet. I sharpened up the ears, or whatever you want to call them, with some clay. I made him a 6-pack with clay. You can see that leans off the chest. And overall, I just love this figure. And this is my only non-Star Wars figure that I've ever made. But then we came a little bit later into the year, and this was my most favorite custom. I actually made a duplicate. The original was sent to a person as a prize, but I made a duplicate of him because I was so proud. And this one I started using my own capes. So you can see I incorporated some new techniques. I used more pockets instead of with less space than less pockets with more space. And then I started painting around the edges of the legs and the torso, and I started using my own capes, and I started painting the helmets a little bit more in depth. So yeah, that's where that leaves us off to pretty recently, the Wolfpack Sniper. This figure received a lot of good support, and he turned out so great, and I actually won a contest because of him. So yeah, this figure was just amazing, and you can really see the amount of detail difference between here and here, or even here and here, or just here to here, or just any Sharpie to paint to metal custom to keep going, to superhero. Then we finally have one of my favorite figures that I've made, Commander Cody. This figure, the best I have ever made. So that is that. Overall, I just wanted to make this video showing you guys practice does make a difference. It may take years to even get decent at this, but it is definitely worth it once you are here. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. Your guys' support has been amazing, and I don't know what I would do without it. So yeah, that is that. I hope you enjoyed, and here's to next time.